the Jim Fannin Show. We've come to take your mind.
Am I still on? Dave Gunning is a friend of mine. I use that term very loosely. He's in the Dominican Republic. He's sitting right in front of me. This is the first time I had a guest in the booth. Buckle up and welcome aboard. Because, well, I didn't ask Dave for his okay? Do we have it looks like, am I still on? Thanks for coming, bro.
You're welcome.
Oh, let me turn your mic up. There we go. It's just like
you're
this.
Welcome. Nice to be back.
I've never used the wireless mic before, and I'm down a microphone. So I'm not down a microphone. I'm down a microphone stand. I didn't bring two of them with me. The other one was too big. And I haven't really replaced my mic stand, so I'm like, well, I can ask you to hold it, or I can hold mine, or I can try these cordless mics. So other than
practice makes perfect.
Other than it doesn't have a pop filter on it, so we're getting popped, and we can hear you mouth breathing on it.
Mouth breather, huh? We don't like mouth breathers, do we? Pop.
Sorry about the audio, but this is the first time I've actually had someone in the studio, for lack of a better term. Usually I do my interviews by Zoom, but David, que katsu fai, que pasa, que lo que tal? What more can you say in Dominican? Que lo que? They don't know what that means anywhere else in the world. They look at you like, que lo que is what? What is what?
Yeah, what is what? How is it? How's things?
Yeah.
What's happening?
But maybe you can tell us, I mean, how long were you here last time?
8 months.
Okay. So that's when I met you, and then you've been gone for how long?
2 years.
You've been gone 2 years?
Well, maybe 23 months. I left in June.
Okay.
I left in June, so 22 months maybe.
Right.
But yeah, 22 months. Been in Thailand for 18 months.
And then, what, you just felt like you needed a break because it's too hot over there, or what?
No. I need to go to the dentist.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So, this is a tooth implant with a temporary crown. And when I left the Dominican Republic, it was to renew my passport back in England. And I thought, yeah, I'll come back when the temporary crown falls off. She told me it was going to last between 6 months and 18 months. And it lasted just over 18 months. But I needed a reminder. And the reminder was when the fucker fell out. I thought, oh yeah, it's only a temporary crown. I really need to go back and get it started.
Why a temporary crown? Why don't they just put the real thing on there?
I think it's to let your tooth settle, with the cement in the jawbone.
Oh.
So they put, I think one of them's called a buttress. I'm not sure if that's the actual implant or if it's the bit that goes on top. So don't eat on it for 6 months, and if you're like, I'm not going to eat now, but there's just a tiny gap, between the two teeth, so that I'd never close my mouth on it.
Oh.
And maybe when I get the next one, it'll be like the perfect fit, not a millimetre shorter.
Mm-hmm.
That's a guess. I'm no dentist.
And you don't have a dentist for a couple more weeks because he's on vacation,
And
and nobody else can figure it out.
Dr. Clarissa, a nice lady.
Yeah.
But she decided to go on holiday when I got back.
How much did it cost you to get the thing put in the first place?
I thought it was quite cheap actually. It was in English, £800 in English money, but it would have been like £2,500, £3,000 back in England.
Home.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, it was. But I went to the dentist in Thailand. And I went to the dentist and they tell me, so we can't do anything, we don't know which make and model it is. I thought, oh shit, I don't know which make and model it is. I thought there was all the same. It's a tooth implant. So I had to find the dentist on Google Maps and thinking like, I hope it's this one. And eventually I found a WhatsApp. They're on a Facebook page. Yeah, they put a WhatsApp phone number on.
Uh-huh.
So I asked them like, what make and model is it? They sent me a picture.
Make and model.
Yeah, what make and model's my tooth. I took that to another dentist. They could not find a replacement. It's called Epicot. Epicot is the brand name.
Okay.
And it's made in Brazil.
Of course.
I looked on the internet. It's made in Brazil. I think if I was in Thailand, I'd get some cheap Chinese implants or something. I don't know. Anyway, it was a good enough excuse to come back over here. They couldn't find the replacement, so I thought, yeah, I'll go on holiday and see Jim.
Yeah, and I'm glad you did, man.
And now I'm back here. Glad to be back. It's a nice place.
I met a guy at Jolly Rogers. I don't go out that much. Anybody that's ever watched my show knows that I'm kind of a
miserable
hermit.
fucker.
And that too. But like if you go, I'm heading down to the beach, then I'll go. I'm going to Rosie's. I'm going to get an empanada or whatever, and whatever. So if I have people that call on me, I will drag myself out. Hey, we're going to Oh, tomorrow's euchre, 1:00 at Jolly. I'm going to go to that.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people down there in low season, and I love euchre, and I haven't played cards since I haven't even held a deck of cards since I've been here.
In Thailand, gambling is illegal.
Oh.
But I found a poker game, so we play for bottle tops.
You told me the bottle tops.
Different bottle tops with different beers and with different values. We pay like 500 baht to play the game, and it's a knockout. And when you win all the bottle tops, you get the money.
So you can gamble if you just pretend you're not gambling. You use chips instead.
Yeah.
So it's not gambling
I
if
see
you
the
use
Thais
chips.
gambling sometimes, but it's all illegal. It's even a pack of playing cards in the local stores, 7-Eleven.
They got a 7-Eleven in Thailand?
Yeah, it's all 7-Eleven.
Okay.
They're under the counter. They're not on display.
They're frown upon.
Because they're going to corrupt somebody into gambling, so they're under the counter, like with the cigarettes, behind a shutter.
Yeah.
And that's where the pack of cards is. And I'm like,
do they hide the cigarettes there too?
yeah, the cigarettes.
And weed's legal now in Thailand?
Well, it's a grey area. It's medicinal purposes, but I smoke it because I want to be happy.
It's funny. I struggle with my alcohol consumption, especially down here, because when I get rolling, it ruins me the next day.
But
and it's fun.
See, for me, I find if I smoke something, I don't drink as much.
There's that.
If I smoke before I drink, I'm not drinking so much. If I smoke after a drink, it just wipes me out.
Yeah. Well, my tolerance is way higher than it used to be for that. But I find that usually the alcohol leads to, what do they say? Muchas casas? Many things? No, muchas cosas. Muchas cosas. I don't ever smoke too much weed and wake up the next day and go, oh,
yeah,
why did I say that?
Yeah, because
or wake up worse. I mean, I'm not big with the girls, especially down here. I like having a steady. So I don't usually ever have the problem where I wake up next to someone and go, what the fuck? But that it's pretty common that your judgment goes out the window, right? You drive like a maniac. You say things you're embarrassed of the next day.
I've never been to bed with an ugly woman, but I woke up with some.
And So, but the hangovers down here for me, oh my God, I don't think I've got, I think the audio is okay. If anyone's watching, if you could just comment that every screen that I go to, is the audio the same here as it is here? I'm working a new setup here, so hopefully everything's good. Got a heavy breather in the background, but that's okay.
And if you don't understand what I'm saying, it's because I'm from the north of England.
Yeah, and you know, I think I started, and we were talking about this the other night when we had some fun, but we didn't drink all day on the beach, so we were there noon to 5.
It was only
we just saw the sunset, so we were there noon to 7.
Yeah, it was about 8 o'clock when we started drinking.
Yeah. I didn't even have a drink on the beach.
No, I didn't.
I bought that lovely Clara a drink that sat down with us. She was stunning. I've never met a street girl that was...
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know for sure she wasn't dressed for like one, but she was by herself. That's usually a key indicator.
Well, she said she was sat at a friend's bar,
Mm-hmm.
a restaurant. But
And she was like, I mean, there's one girl downtown that is my perfect body type. And when I was here 30 years ago, they were all like that. Tiny blancas. So light-colored skin, really small features, small boobs, tiny waist, tiny bum, just like my thing, right? But now you come back 30 years later, they actually take pills to get fat because the buyer is an American guy that likes the big ass, and they put the implants in the
Somebody said they put silicone in the ass.
to make
implants
in their ass too,
yeah.
and it looks like I saw them back home as well, but here they're like super common. So they must be a good investment, or at least cheap enough that that the girls can, if it's going to make you money, I guess. But it looks ridiculous. But anyway, so when she walked over and she's, I had her translate.
Yeah.
Well, she wasn't petite, but she's still blanca and the fine features and smaller. And then she comes over and says, "Do you mind if I sit down?" I had to get it translated. Like I'm working on the Spanish, but I know what siéntate means.
Right.
But levate, let's stand up. I can't remember, but I'm getting it. I'm getting there. And so and you use the translation. She says, "Can I sit down?" And you go, "Well, what?" And I said, "She wants to sit down." I said, and you go, "Well, then what's she gonna want?" And I said, "Well, probably know what she wants is to take us somewhere and charge us 10,000 pesos to have fun with her." And so, and I said, "Well, probably a beer." And here I am resisting this very. Like, talk about, like, this is something you can't go to school. Like, when you're just so ladylike, and every day, they're all...
It was in a nature to
very,
be like
you
that.
said demure or whatever. Yeah, her poise and body movements were just beautiful. Yeah. And I've never seen that. Right?
Very graceful, like, just sitting down, like...
And then she came over, I don't know, she was putting her number in my WhatsApp or something, and of course she's her leg is touching my leg, and I'm like, shit, it's like silk. Did you feel her skin?
Did I feel her skin?
That's what I said. Did
she
you?
felt mine.
Wow. So, and then, I don't know why I'm resisting. She's going to probably want a beer. And then I'm thinking, how many beers have I bought for attractive women in a bar anytime? Hey, can I buy you a drink? But no, because this one's, I don't know, she's sitting over there by herself. And that's what she said to me on the translation. She says, like, "This is my friend's place. I'm all by myself. Do you mind if I sit with you?" And I said, "No." And I said, "Are you hungry?" And then she had a couple French fries, but she didn't appear like she was hungry. But I had way too much food. Yeah. Like I said, I ordered...
Yeah, she tried a bit of my mofongo as well.
Yeah. Did you eat that the next day?
Yeah. There was that much of it left.
I couldn't believe how much was left.
I ate it twice that day. I ate it 3 times altogether from one meal. It's very filling, that mofongo. Mm. But also, they give you...
I'm not big on the plantains.
They give you massive portions over it, don't they? Yeah. Where we've been for dinner today, the pile of rice that they give you, I one pork chop, salad, and then rice like that. And I had to cut the chop in half and eat half the rice, and eat the rest of it later on.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, so we had a good day. Got there around noon. Left around 7 o'clock, I guess, after sunset. We saw, and it was beautiful. I actually did a couple Twitter lives from the beach.
What did you do in the
And
sunset?
he said to me, he said, yeah, you're not going to go and watch the sunset, you fucking soft Canadian cunt.
I
I'm
did.
like,
I did.
I am a soft Canadian cunt.
It's not cunt, it's cunt.
Kunt, whatever. I do a bad Manchester accent. Oh, yeah, so I started out by, I think I called you Liverpool, Dave, and you're like, Liverpool? What the
Yeah.
fuck? I don't know where I got that from. And then I had to correct myself. I told George, I said, my buddy's coming from Thailand. He's here for 8 weeks or more. I don't know. And I said, you remember Dave, the English guy? And he goes, no. I go, he used to wiggle your tooth at the bar, you know. I guess maybe he never did that to George because he wasn't placing it. Now he knows you, obviously. But
Yeah.
and then I said, I used to call him Manchester Dave, but he's not from Manchester. And then the other day when we were out, you're like, no, fuck Manchester. Yeah, I'm Manchester Dave. I
I'm
talk more like Manchester than everyone.
Liverpool, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I decided to put this on the Dominican channel because you've got some history here, been here, left, come back, and then you're headed back to the UK. So, yeah, tell us a little bit about, well, we don't have to get into where you grew up and whatever, and we can do another one of these shows. I said this might turn into, if you enjoy yourself, it might turn into a habit.
Yeah.
We come home after
With a bottle of rum.
yeah, drunk as shit, and then go, hey, let's do a show.
Let's make a video.
It sounds like a great idea to go live,
Yeah.
and these are always live. So, anyways, let's just skip past all your upbringing and whatever. Maybe we can hit on that later. But you know, just before you called it quits, you said, okay, I'm going to retire, and you know, we talked about you sitting in a little closed room looking. You didn't drive subway; you were a train, so
No,
you're above
train
ground,
driver,
right?
above
Okay.
ground, yeah. It's just, you sit there on your own staring through the window with nobody to talk to, you know. It sounds very glamorous to be a train driver,
Yeah.
but it's actually pretty boring,
Mhm.
you know. You just sat there trying to concentrate. I don't know, the money was good, but the job was shit. The people that I worked with was very good at the start. I was a train driver for 31 years, and under British Rail, it was like a family. You know, you was part of the railway family. Everybody looked after each other. And then after privatisation, the management changed. My first level of management were pretty decent. The next level up, gobshites. That's a new word for you, isn't it? Gobshite.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one. This will be an interesting podcast. I don't usually listen to my shows back or watch them back usually, but sometimes if I have an interesting guest and I want to remember what don't let me say it.
Oh yeah.
Strong in the arm, thick in yed. Now I know I'm not saying it
So
smoothly.
this is what you would call in America maybe a meathead, you know. and the actual pronunciation is strong in thumb, thick in yed. It means they've got strong in
Strong
the
in
arm,
thumb,
but they got nothing up here.
Thick in yed.
Yeah.
Yed.
Oh, do you know what a bungalow is?
Yeah, well, we call a bungalow back home. It's like a.
So it's a one-level house.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Bungalow.
So if there's somebody really thick, you can call. I knew a train driver called Bungalow. There's nothing upstairs, and he was a train driver. Another train driver. It's all right now because he doesn't work on the railway anymore. He was called Dangerous Brian. And when we got a new managing director, he made a few fuck ups actually.
Yeah.
He had to drive into the depot onto what they call the shed, but they've got shutters coming down, so you'd have to make sure the shutters are lifted up high enough for the train to clear, or you just drive into the shutters. So what did Dangerous Brian do? Straight into the shutters. And the managing director said, "What do you mean we've got a driver called Dangerous Brian?"
Looks like I got a little sun yesterday. I went down for another hour today. The rays are starting to get hot though, and I think if you look up at the, I never checked the UVs.
We was down there at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon. You know,
No,
the
we
peak,
got solid
peak
5
time.
hours, yeah.
I was in the shade. You was.
But I didn't feel it today, but I was down there for about an hour today. I really like getting my feet on the ground.
Yeah.
Even if it's concrete, I'm figuring the concrete's grounded too. So if there's any validity to what they call earthing.
Yeah, earthing. Get
I got
positive energy.
5 or 6 or 7 hours of earthing yesterday.
Yeah.
And they say, like, lay, if you can, you cover as much ground surface as you can. So lay right in wet sand on your whole body, and that will suck all the negativity out of you and recharge your atoms. I don't know if there's anything to it, but it sounds like a good idea, so why not?
Yeah, there's another one with I think the colour green is very, what do you call it, relaxing, and that's why you enjoy, on the grass or in the woods, in the trees. It's a very natural colour and relaxing. Relaxing.
All right, so for some content, we're going to go over to your, where's my display? Just move that mic. Move that mic up in front of your mic, in front of your mouth a little higher, but further away from you. Yeah, put it up.
There, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know why you're fucking nose breathing. Yeah, maybe that'll be better.
That one, yeah.
I need a wind mic for my...
If I go like that, does it sound better?
That's the mouth breathing episode. I need a wind screen. I can put a little bit of this felt on there, glue it on there, and it should be fine.
Like a cotton ball?
Yeah.
Maybe that would help.
Yeah, it would do that for sure. Listen to this fucking guy breathing up my microphone. What are you doing?
I'm going to show you that video with the tooth.
Oh, while I'm here, why don't... Okay. Do you have it on your Facebook? Can we play the video?
No. Can I play it?
Yeah.
Is it on there?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Is it playing?
No. Holy shit.
That was the tooth broken. It is funny. The girls were well impressed when they saw that, weren't they?
They were well impressed.
Do you remember Francelli and what have you? Dave, do it again. Flick your tooth.
Do it again.
Yeah.
You got any good videos up on? Oh yeah, here's one of you dancing. We can hit this.
Yeah, that was in Benedict. Oh, we were drinking for 34 hours.
34 hours?
Yeah, because you start off...
You don't even do stimulants.
No, not 34. It was maybe 20. It was more than 20. We started 4 o'clock in the morning at the airport and finished around about 2 in the morning. After all, that was the afternoon, that.
You are not a very good dancer.
I am a very good dancer.
I know people love to dance with you. I don't know why.
I was a little bit drunk.
I was a bit drunk at the time. It's a wee bit drunk at the time. I don't think... Oh, we got audio here. Okay, good. We got audio here, and we've got super clear audio of... See, I can't even make the... I gotta fix that breathing fucking...
Does it feel like a snowstorm?
Oh, jeez, it's
Sound
crazy.
like a snowstorm.
Adjust it again. Put it higher. Put it higher.
Just put it away from...
Yeah, maybe that's better.
Can you hear the voice?
Yeah, the voice is good.
Oh, then that's okay, isn't it? I shouldn't... Sorry.
That's better, actually. Okay,
Yeah.
we found... Oh, no, we didn't find...
We got a good compromise here.
I thought we found the sweet spot, but maybe not. Okay, so let's go through some... What, is this all Thailand? What the fuck? Where'd you get those pants, man?
Well, because the day before, or a couple of days before, I'd been riding around that motorbike, and from my knees up to my thighs, when the shorts ride up a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, they were red raw, so I thought...
They're a red
Oh yeah, I'll get these blue ones, match my t-shirt. I think I might have been a little bit too blue.
Those are some funky fucking pants there, dude. What are the beaches like there? They're not white sand like ours.
Yeah, white
they're
sand.
brown.
This is on an island. I think that was Koh Chang. No, Koh Lanta. This is
Bunch of gringos.
that was the next picture was Philippines. Why are you going through all the pictures?
Oh, I don't know. I
The-
thought that's what
if you go through all the pictures, it'd just be random stuff.
Okay.
Actually, this one. Not that one. Next one. I was mountain biking and I went over the handlebars, broke my collarbone. So, when we rode down the hill, a police van just happened to turn up, and my mate said, "Oh, can you get an ambulance? He needs an ambulance. He's didn't know he'd broke his collarbone, but oh yeah." So he got through on the radio to his whoever it was. He got through to the radio control. 20 minutes later, there's no ambulance, and he said, "Oh, I'll give him another call, get him on his way, and if not," he said, "Can you jump in the back of the van and I'll take you to hospital?" I said, yeah, no problem. And then a couple of minutes later, we can hear, yeah, and I said, "I think that's for me," and he landed in the field at the side of us, yeah. But it didn't take me to hospital. This unless it's a serious, life-threatening thing, they don't take you to hospital. They do nothing. Mine was actually broken 2 places, so they do. I have an operation though, like a scar and the wire and pins.
Did you have an operation?
Yeah.
An operation in Thailand for your
No,
collarbone? You had one.
no, this is in England. This.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But if you look at the T-shirt, you might notice that one shoulder is shorter than the other by about an inch. You know, if you look at like where the where the things settle down, I'm a bit lopsided.
A wee bit. A wee bit. So anyway, we were talking about so you're train driving. How long did you work the trains?
31 years as a
30
driver.
years. And then what is the process that leads you up to saying, "Fuck, I'm out. I'm done"?
COVID. Can we say COVID?
We can still say that. You can't say coronavirus anymore because
Okay.
that's racist.
So, when COVID happened, a lot of people didn't go to work. They stayed at home and got paid. I was a so-called frontline worker, keeping the country running.
Sock hop?
So-called frontline worker.
Oh, so-called. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they just they make names up for everything, don't they? Like, yeah, if you had to go to work, you was a frontline worker. Go to the front. But it was all go to work, and when you get a day off, stay at home. You're not allowed to socialise with anybody, which was a load of bullshit. So I kept going to work. You wasn't spending any money. I just put a lot of money into the pension fund because it was going nowhere else. And then I decided I didn't want to go to work anymore. I could survive. You know, I had enough. Never going to be a millionaire, but I had enough to live somewhere cheaper than England. And I've been a pensioner ever since. Yeah. And the silly thing is, my friends at work now, I've been retired for 3 years, they're on strike over pay rises. Yeah, on terms and conditions. Because I'm a pensioner, I've had pay rises for 3 years. Not because it's not a pay rise, it's a pension rise because they give it to every pensioner. But my friends at work, my colleagues, have not had any extra money for the last 3 years. But when we had COVID, they were frontline workers that had to keep going to work. Not these workers that could stay at home and get paid. You know, I say the government changed the tune. Gobshites. That's one of my favourite words as well, gobshites.
What is it?
So, gobshite. So, gob is your mouth.
Yeah.
Obviously, you know what shite is.
Oh, gobshite.
So, they just talk a lot of shite. The gobshites.
Oh, shit mouth.
Nothing but shit comes out of their mouths. Bullshit.
So, COVID, you're like, okay, fuck it, I'm out.
Yeah, that was it. I only had the jabs because that was the only way you could travel. You couldn't get out of the country if you didn't have a jab. The COVID passport, they called it, didn't they?
Mm-hmm.
So I agreed to that.
They tried that in my country too.
Yeah.
That's why I left. I got out a week before they made me.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't make me do anything.
So it's just the way things are going, and well, things have not really improved since I retired. Things have not improved in my country. Things are just getting worse.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everywhere.
Seems
So
like
in a way, I think I got out at the right time now.
it seems like Western civilization, the Western countries, they seem to be. You got to adjust that mic a little bit again. Put it up higher.
Over it.
Put it up higher.
Just away from this side.
No. Put it up higher. See if it's better higher. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Maybe that's it.
Yeah, just higher than this level.
Maybe. I think
Yeah.
that. Just get another microphone.
Yeah.
Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I mean, I bailed the first time. So you took 2 shots? Not that it matters. Who cares? I never get sick, so I never
I
took the
took
shot.
2 shots, and then actually while I was here, they was doing the free shot.
Oh, good. Free.
At the yeah.
Well, you had to pay for your shots?
It was in January.
You got a Chinese one, or did you get a Pfizer shot?
I don't know.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. You know, you can go on about what's in these vaccines and what have you if you don't believe it. I don't mind. But
I don't know.
what sort of shit was tablets have you taken in the past? Like, because I've taken, if my friends had some tablets when we were 16, 17, say, yeah, give us 2 red ones and 2 blue
Peyote,
ones.
acid, magic mushrooms.
Yeah,
I was never a pill guy.
we've
but
experimented
I
a little
really
bit.
did enjoy my LSD in
Yeah.
grade.
Mushrooms are great because you could just.
Mushrooms were really popular.
That
when I
was
a
like,
kid.
for us, it was the end of summer, September. We could go picking mushrooms.
You can pick them around here too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the fields after it rains,
Wow.
the cow pastures.
I'm not sure I could handle magic mushrooms anymore, you know.
Well, it
they're,
really-
They're very strong, aren't they? LSD is very
No,
strong.
and- Well, LSD, you're like, I have a very low tolerance for pills and for acid and stuff like that. Like if I do, at least when I was a kid, if I do a hit of Sid, and I tried it as an adult about 5 years ago at New Year's, I had a blotter that a buddy of mine gave.
Oh, yeah.
And I was sitting with a buddy. I'm like, you want to, and it was New Year's Eve, and we had no plans. We weren't going anywhere. We're just me and him, and we're high school friends. So we'd done it probably 100 times together already.
Yeah.
And I said, you want to drop Sid? He goes, you got Sid? I go, I do actually have one. It's blotter, so we can, you want to split a half? He goes, sure. So we split a half, then we got company, and we were pretty lit and
Yeah.
having fun. And,
Yeah.
your face hurts the next day because you've been smiling so much, right? And so around, I don't know what time it was, I said, you want to drop the other, we want to split the other half? So we did.
You know, I never
And-
did it 2 days on the run because that friend.
No, we did the same night. We took half of a half, and then a few hours later, once we started getting off, we said, hey, you want to double down? So we doubled it up and took the other half, split the other half. And I hadn't done it as like a man, what I would consider a man, like as an adult, then I'm 50 years old, right? So, I've only done it. The last time I done it was I had tripped on acid, was maybe 20 years old. But if I dropped Sid,
I'm very similar, either teens or 20.
Yeah. So
nothing after that.
Once I drop Sid, I'm done 12 hours, 16 hours, like clear buzz. And then you start dropping off or whatever. But I know guys who would take 2-3 hits or whatever. I'm like, no.
No, it's not for me. It's a
don't-
very strong drug, so
And I've never
half is pretty good.
Yeah, and it doesn't lead to like melting walls and hallucinations. You do get the trails, like sometimes you get those.
Yeah, but you know exactly what it is.
Yeah,
you don't.
and you gotta be in a safe place. Like you're not like we used to drop it and go to Toronto and watch Laser Floyd and trip. As soon as we got out of the car, you'd be like this. I remember the one time we did it at it was grade 10 chemistry class. Beaker was our teacher, Dingman, I think. Or no, he was my drafting teacher in grade 9 or something. I can't remember. We're going to the Science Center on our physics trip.
Oh, yeah.
And there was Jason Lee and Carl McLean and myself. And we dropped, always in the back of the bus, right? we dropped on the bus as soon as we left Wallenhaya and vocational school. And then we got the TO and we're like, what the fuck? We got ripped off. For the first time, we got a dud.
Yeah.
Like, no one's getting off.
So you do another?
No, we didn't. We're just pissed.
Okay.
Right? And then we got off the bus, and as soon as our feet hit the ground, as soon as we stood up and
Start moving.
started breathing and the blood circulated
Yeah.
completely, it was as soon as our feet hit the floor, we were tripping balls, and we all looked at each other like, okay, it's game on. Uncle Sydney's in the house.
Yeah.
And oh man, we were in the trail booth. They had to drag me out of the trail booth because they had this thermal imager. You know, it was like the hilarious House of Frankenstein. You remember that guy used to play in front of all the spiral things? Well, it had like a heat, thermal sensitive, and then it was broadcast on the screen behind you. They had, and you could see yourself, right? And they had to drag me out of there.
Oh,
But,
yeah.
oh, yeah. But the Science Center in Toronto was pretty cool. You know, you put your hand on the thing, your hair all goes up, and it hit the room that was all, it looked like you were going uphill, but it was like an optical illusion. It's
Yeah.
like absolutely every exhibit was a complete mind blower where your face was melting with astonishment.
I never, when I took it with friends, we would either go up into the woods, like making fires, like, you know, in the woods, like camping.
Bush party, yeah.
Yeah, or down in the open cast. I couldn't go to a pub, a bar, you know, if I dropped acid, because I'd feel a bit paranoid about being in there. It was like, we needed wide open spaces when we had it.
And a safe place where no outsiders were coming in. Like,
Yeah.
and we used to say, oh, can't relate. If there was 10 guys sitting around a campfire and you're all dropped on mushrooms and and then some guy walked in that was straight and he couldn't fit into the party.
No,
he couldn't get into the conversation.
That's it. You've got your own little circle
Can't
going
relate,
on.
can't relate. And the last time I did mushrooms, we were tripping around Shirkston Beach. It's like a trailer park on the lake. It's like, well, it used to be an amusement park, and it's partially that still, but we were going from place to place to place to place, and I ended up in a bar, and just it was sensory overload when we walked in, and I couldn't, like, I need to be sat down around a fireplace.
That's what it is. If you go to a bar, because you're so heightened, your senses, the conversations, you can, you know, and it's too much going in. You cannot process it. If you're just amongst your friends, you're tuned into each other all the time anyway, aren't you? With your friends.
True enough, but anyway, I love these conversations. Just wander all over the place. So COVID, you decide, okay, you took your jabs, you got another one here, and then what was tell me about your thought process on, like, getting out of the UK or out of England.
So at the time it was 2021, was it? Yeah, 21, November 21. So I was looking at where could I travel to, and I wanted to go Asia side, but the Philippines and Thailand still had some restrictions, you know, as in what was it? When you get over there, you got to stay in the hotel for 3 weeks or something like that.
Right.
Forget what the term was now. You know, isolation.
Right.
And I thought, no, I'm not doing that. And I looked at the countries that had the least restrictions, and the top three: Colombia, Mexico, Dominican Republic. Yeah. So then I looked for visas, and they're all pretty similar, apart from the Dominican Republic. How good is that visa? 30 days on arrival and pay on your way out. That's fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's the best.
It's not an overstay or anything. It's not a black
But some
mark
countries,
against
they
your
kick
name.
you out. If you get pulled over and you've overstayed your visa, they take you out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's great. You come over here, you're spending your money, you're putting your money into the economy, helping people out. You know, what's wrong with that?
No, they love the foreign investment here, and they love tourism, and they're very accepting. And
The way it
I was
should
just
be.
saying, I was venting to a client today and bemoaning some of the expats that are here that treat the locals like garbage and don't. And I used you as an example. I'm like, we're at the beach bar and the bill comes and it's 2,000 pesos and I throw. He says 1,000 each. I go, yeah, 1,000 each plus tip. And I throw 1,200 in. I go, dude, toss another two in there. What do you mean? That's her tip right there, the 50 pesos. I go, you cheap fucking limey cunt. You're not tipping her $1 on 40. No. And I still didn't make you put that extra deuce in there.
No, only because
she got $2.50.
Yeah.
$5 on 40, so that's 10% on gross.
She got a day's wage.
Well, I don't know if it's a day. Maybe. Yeah, $2.50. Yeah, it's I got today. I got a little sidetracked. I had some banking to do. I met with you. I had another appointment. I stopped at my coconut guy for a while. I went to the bank, and then I'm like, fuck it, I got an hour, right? My tire's leaking, and I got to put air in it every second day, and I can feel that it doesn't handle as right. Yeah. I'm driving a bike, for those that don't know. And I'm like, I told the kid, and I watched, as soon as I pulled in, another guy with a similar bike to mine had pulled in and pulled right up, and I saw the guy painting the wheel with soap. But then the guy just left. I don't know. Maybe he didn't find anything. And then so I pull mine up, and I said, necesito era. And he says, yeah. I said, cada dia. Era. Necesito cada dia. I need it every day or every 2 days. Yeah. And he goes, oh. So, and my bike just got wiped out by a 4x4 in the parking lot here. Oh. And I tried to put it up on the middle kickstand. Yeah. And it wouldn't go, and he saw what was wrong, and he just bashed it with a hammer until it was in the right place. And it went up. And it's a rear tire, so he just took the paintbrush and he started moving the tire. He put it in neutral, and within 2 minutes you could see it. He goes, oh. He said, mira. So I look. It's like a nail. You could see the head of it, and it was stuck right through, right? So I go, otra vez, no mucho tiempo. Oh, no, 5 minutos. Like I'm saying, another day, I don't have time. Yeah. And he's like, no, 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So he finishes doing the whole wheel. He says, that's the only part. And they don't speak English, so I'm, doing my best I can to understand what he's telling. But I can, mannerisms and tonal, everything. It's amazing how much you can pick up without knowing the language. It is.
You can have a conversation without understanding the words that are being spoken.
You kind of get what's going on, right? And so, anyways, so without taking, because I think he's going to have to take the fucking back wheel off and take the wheel off and fix it and all this. Well, they're tubeless tires anyway. So he just takes the pliers, he pulls the thing out. He's got his fix-it thing, and he pushes it in and cleans it up and pulls it out and cuts it off. And he says, it was 200 pesos.
That's great, isn't it?
$4?
Yeah.
Like, if I get a flat in Canada on my bike, it's going to cost me a little bit more than $4.
You gave that guy 200 pesos for fixing your tire. Why did you give that girl 200 pesos for delivering a plate to your table? She didn't even cook it. The guy cooked it in the kitchen.
Because it was worth every penny, and she needs the money, and I tip everywhere. Yeah. I tried to tip at the bank today. But I've never tried to tip at the bank before. I tip
little often. Like, if you... I had this conversation about when the first time I came over this side of the world, Manila. I was in Manila. And a guy I went to school with, he had a really nice job over there. And he said, when you come, he said, don't start tipping them like 1,000. Mm-hmm. Because the hourly rate is only 20 or 30, like peso. So don't start giving them 500 or 1,000, because then they don't want to do a day's work. Give them 50, give them 100. Pay them an extra 1 hour or something. I was on Boracay, or Boracay. It's a really nice island, small island in the Philippines, and they have 7-Eleven. And after I'd finished drinking, 1 o'clock in the morning, the heat is intense. Get a can of beer to take to bed, a nice cold can. So I went into the 7-Eleven, And a security guy there with his security badge on, you know, proud as they come. I'm like, hello, my friends. Like, hello, and little conversation. I'm getting a can of beer. And I said, would you like a beer? He said, oh, no, sir. He said, working, cannot drink. I said, oh, okay, no problem. And when I turned round, there's the ice cream fridge. I said, you want an ice cream? I said, come on, get yourself an ice cream. He pulled out a Magnum. I thought, you cheeky bastard. I said, how much is that? And it was 30 pesos, which is like 45 pence. But
a Magnum.
Magnum ice cream.
Oh, okay.
You know, the chocolate on the outside,
I don't
like
know what that is.
vanilla ice cream on the inside.
Oh, we call that an ice cream bar.
Okay, but it's a Magnum. Okay,
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's a Magnum. It's my fucking story.
Okay. I don't know. A Magnum to me is a gun or a big bottle of booze.
So it's like it's one of the top ice creams, you know.
Okay.
So it's a more expensive one.
Oh, okay.
And I'm thinking like,
You
yeah,
fucker.
yeah. But when I said how much is it, and he's like 30 pesos, 45 pence. I thought, yeah, that's good. It was cheaper than the can of beer. So I'll turn round and there's a girl stacking shelves, and I said, I'll have an ice cream. I said, would you like an ice cream? So she gets a Magnum out. So there's two people with Magnums. I turn round, I pay for my things, my beer and these two Magnums, and there's two more girls behind the counter. I said, would you like an ice cream? I said, it's me, I'm paying for the ice creams tonight. So I walked out of there, they're waving to me on the way out, thank you very much, and they're all munching away on these Magnums at 2 o'clock in the morning. But it's like more than 1 hour's pay for them. You know, it's like you paying $20 for an ice cream or $30 for an ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just, for the sake of a couple of pound, I've just made 4 people happy on my way home, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to be like that with the money to make people happy. Just give them a little bit of something. And a smile.
And buy the elegant masseuse, a beer.
Elegant masseuse?
Yeah. Well, I mean, in addition to, like, I wasn't drinking beer, but I bought my friend a beer.
What?
Sat down. Clara.
Oh, Clara. Oh, the masseuse. Yeah, she offered to masseuse.
But she was quick off me and fucking hard on you. She must have snuffed it. Because I call you turista.
Yeah, but
Because I'm a local, she probably thinks,
she
oh,
threw
this
me a
guy's...
little bit, like, because you exchange numbers and I'm not showing any interest. And then she's showing a lot of interest.
I think she knew the game was over with me. I was not in play.
But I never encouraged it.
No.
You know,
No.
using Google Translate, telling me she could do a very nice massage.
Something about tits and I do a really good job and like I'm like, and I on my live stream on Twitter I said, like, maybe I was being generous. I was sober, so, but I'm like, that to me, like, I know she wasn't dressed all that well and whatever, but her natural beauty is 8.9.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't give out 9s very often, but I'm going like 8.9, 9.2, in that range.
Yeah.
But an 8.5 all day.
Oh, yeah.
But, and she didn't want to have any more children, so she was out for me. She's 30 years old, already got one, doesn't want another one. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to move on to someone that's not going to charge me. Anyway, so you picked Dominican because of the visa regulations and the
everything.
and you didn't have to quarantine when you got here, did you?
And actually, it wasn't just the Dominican Republic, because once I was looking at the Dominican Republic, I had to find the area that I wanted to be. And when just researching, if you look at Punta Cana or whatever, they always say, oh, stay on the resorts, don't wander off the resorts because it's dangerous out there.
That myth about violence on the streets of fucking Dominican Republic is just that, a myth.
And then, but I don't want to spend my money in the big holiday companies like Thompson's Holidays or something. I would rather spend the money like we did today. You know, you buy your local food, so the local people can make a profit out of you. And Sosua apparently had a big expat community, and that's what I needed, you know, more than tourism.
Right.
It was more like I want to stay with people that live here,
Mm-hmm.
and this place. When we go to Rancho Tipico, you know,
Yeah.
you've got like tourist bars, then you got expat bars, and then you got local bars, and the local bars are just so much more interesting.
I don't hang out. You consider Rancho Tipico a local bar?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, because
Lots of tourists go there still. I mean, they have
but
fight night.
when they
and
do the singing, you know, the karaoke,
Right.
They singing in
the
Spanish.
singing.
They're singing in Spanish, in Dominican, and
Yeah.
and they all just sound good. I don't know what they're singing, but they sound very good.
You know, I'm so into the Latin music now. I'm getting into all these.
Right.
It's funny because I don't know what that song is that we're playing. Oh, Calm Down. You're like, oh, we've been grooving to this in Thailand too. I'm like, oh, really?
Yeah, the little bit reggae.
Yeah. I can play a little bit of it because this doesn't need to be monetized. Stop fucking breathing so hard. When you talk, it's fine, but
Is it?
when you breathe, when you're not talking, it's just fucking.
So it's coming through. I'll try and breathe through my mouth a bit more then.
So you shouldn't have to get uncomfortable, but,
No, but
I'll get a windscreen for
See,
it next
it
time.
comes from the telephone calls I used to make as a kid. Yeah.
Okay, like songs. We'll give them a little taste of Calm Down. I think I can do this here.
Yeah, it's a cool song, isn't it?
Yeah. Rave and Roses Ultra. I'm just going to mute your mic because you're breathing all over my song. Banga. So this will reduce my monetization, but yeah, I am enjoying this. And it was, I was at George's the other night, and you know, I've got complete control of his. He's using a Fire Stick I sold him, so he. Oh, we're using Alexa actually, and one of my friends said, "Alexa, play Calm Down." I'm like, "Oh, my favorite song," and it played it right away. And I've been really getting into this song. Yeah, I was surprised that you guys been grooving to it in Thailand too.
Oh yeah.
So you land here, and then you stay 8 months?
I landed Santo Domingo. I spent 3 nights in Santo Domingo. Yeah, that's where you walk around on your own, and you know people are going to speak to you to try and get something out of you. You know, money wise. So not as comfortable in Santo Domingo as I am up here. A lot more comfortable up in Sosua.
I'm a small town guy, man.
Yeah. You see, Sosua is probably similar size to my hometown. So everybody knows everybody.
Yeah, really?
You know, they start to recognise your face because you're forever passing. Whereas where I just came from in Pattaya in Thailand, it's a big city. Yeah, you don't. Maybe he's friendly. He's very friendly, but I don't know. It's still a big city.
Yeah, it's small town for me. All of the North Coast is small town DR for me, but I didn't realize, excuse me, how much my own country was disconnected, depressed. I don't know, no eye contact, no hello.
Yeah.
You know, yeah, you had the minimal politeness, hold the door for someone here and there, but like people just didn't show each other love.
Yeah.
It, you know, it's, you know, like it's us and them, and everyone's an enemy. And yeah, you might have a good relationship with your neighbors, but you might hate your neighbors too. You might not even speak to your neighbors.
See,
And
but
here, everyone says hello. And I remember talking to a couple of motoconchos. You know, they drive bikes. They take people around for 100 pesos. You can go anywhere in Sosua on the back of a bike, right? Motorcycle, of course. And these two guys are standing on a proverbial corner, figuratively, you know, like waiting for their next ride. And I'm like, you guys good friends? No, we just met. You just met. And they were standing
yeah,
arms
having a-
around each other, busting
good.
balls, laughing. And I don't know what the fuck they're talking about, but I'm just like, wow. And everyone, like the women, not so much, but the men, they've always seemed like the guys, when they smile, they light the street up. And and I remember one guy driving by me looking like he was tripping on acid, just a big grin on his face. I thought he was laughing at me as he drove by. And no, he's just happy and driving by. Everywhere I see these guys, I remember getting gas and a guy just drove around. He looks at me, he's like, big smile, and he gets his gas. I'm like, why is so
the music?
And they don't take the drugs, the antidepressants are not a thing here. There's no opioids, there's no drug addicts, there's no fentanyl, there's none of that shit. There's no tent city. You know, the third world country and everyone's poor there. Poor? Well, they make do with less.
For me, this, and I've said it to my son and said it to people back in England, these so-called third world countries, they take me back 50 years to when I was a kid.
It's like the 70s here.
Yes, that's the one, yes. Where
nobody gets offended. The cops aren't busting you for drinking and driving.
Because I was a kid, I didn't have the problems that you have as an adult, you know, the responsibilities.
Nostalgia.
But that's what it feels like when you come here, you know.
Yeah, it does.
You don't feel under pressure anymore.
No. The cops pull you over and your pulse doesn't even increase. Back home when I get pulled over by the cops, even if I'm legal, but if you've had 2 drinks or something, you're shitting yourself because you're going to lose your license and your life for 90 days without a trial. And they print your name in the paper.
Do you know what?
But even without,
you
lose your license for if you blow over, even if it's close, you don't get a trial. Nothing like that. You lose your license for 90 days, and they print your name in the paper. Look at all the DUIs we got this week in this country. And I'm not big. Like, I had a bunch of drinks the other day and then drove my bike. Like, that's dangerous for me. But if I hit someone, the odds are I'm not going to kill someone. Well, I guess if I hit a pedestrian
you probably would.
or another bike. But, you know, in this country, you don't freak out if you, like, everyone told me, if you get in an accident and you're in a car, don't stop, keep rolling, don't stop, because they will fuck you up. The locals will extort you or take you for everything.
Money,
and if you get charged and you go to jail, you're never going to win against the Dominican. And if
it's the same in Thailand.
If it's a Blanca Gringo and a Blanca Gringo, then you got a chance in court. But if it's Blanca Gringo versus local Dominicana, no, you're never going to win.
In Thailand, if
one guy fucking hit my buddy's car down here on a motorcycle, knocked the fender off, jumped on his bike, took the fender, and fucked off. And he's like, "What the fuck just happened?" He took his fender.
What as evidence?
I'm like, these guys hustle, man. There's no doubt. But I mean, that's the significance of the crime down here. I mean, if you mess around with kids, they will gut you and hang you upside down and film it and share it.
I have seen.
You just disappear.
Somebody had a video. I said, "Look, I don't want to see the video."
No,
it was.
My buddy sent me one. I couldn't watch it either.
There was a guy hanging.
Yeah.
And there was blood on the
it's
floor.
Usually upside down.
And they said they'd cut his balls off because he'd been messing about with somebody's daughter. That's a bit scary.
But you don't have to fear the cops. The cops are like, I feel like when I'm getting pulled over, I'm like, oh, this is going to be another enjoyable interaction with a local Dominican, like a cop.
Yeah.
And they, don't try.
Mi hombre.
Mi hambre. Hambre.
Hambre.
Mi hombre, mi hambre. Mi hermano, mucho hambre. And they don't ask them for a selfie. If you even when they let you go, and you're grateful, and they're your best friend, they don't want to be posing for a selfie with you. So don't even go there.
So you've tried that one, have you?
Well, because listen, the fence, okay?
Yeah.
They sell things out of the fence 24 hours a day. And there's one thing that I like to go there for, and everyone knows that, I'm a weed smoker, but they don't take kindly to the weed down here. And I don't go to the fence much anymore because the fence doesn't sell this, and I haven't rolled a joint. I've rolled like 3 joints in 6 months because I have the vape now. So new police chief comes to town, And the new police chief is not getting his graft. And they shut the fence down. They raid the fence.
Oh.
Yeah. And they should
For not
maybe
paying the
they probably
taxes.
take all the dope and their money. So that's what the grafted. They're not paying their tax.
Yeah.
And so until it starts to flow to the new chief, this is what I hear.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
now
I can imagine, like,
please
imagine I
don't
wouldn't
throw
vote
me
on
out of
that
your
one.
country. I'm very grateful. This is what do you call them? One of those hypothetical situations. It's anecdotal. And so I look down the road, and it looks like everything's fine. I see a bike on the right-hand side and a couple people hanging around. There's always someone out there 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
There's somebody grabbing something there. I don't know if they sell the Viagra or not, but you can get stuff there. Muchas cosas. And I rolled down. I'm on my buddy's bike. This is before I bought my bike. He had lent me his bike. And I pull up, and I look this way, and I look this way, and there's two cops on a bike. I'm like, oh, fuck. This is not good.
I remember you coming to Rancho just after.
Oh, did I?
Yeah, you came round and you said, you told me it would happen, Dave. I said, what? You
Dude.
said the cop is taxing me.
I was... because I'm pulling up to the fence. Now, these cops know the fence. Obviously, the fence is out of
Yeah.
operation.
Yeah.
And although they do have a friend of mine that lives at the
Oh,
next
yeah,
driveway,
Yeah.
you know, but I would never think of that in that moment. Oh, I'm just going to my buddy's house.
Yeah.
You know? So he says documents, right? So I start going through my phone because I know that my buddy had sent me his ownership. That's what he wants.
Yeah.
Well, actually, he wants insurance too, probably. I probably didn't have that. There probably wasn't even insurance on the bike. Anyways, you get tired enough of waiting for me to find the documents that were supposedly on my phone. I said, it's not my bike, it's my friend's bike. And I'm looking, and he says, you know what?
Just give me the money.
No. He said, go.
Oh.
And I'm so grateful, right? Because he could have made my life difficult.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But he thought, what, they could take me to jail on their motorcycle? Or three of us?
But I've seen that as
Have
well.
you?
When they arrest people, so you have two policemen on a bike,
Yeah.
and then you have a policeman, somebody in handcuffs, and then another policeman behind.
Okay, so they can't take me
I've
to
seen
jail
it
on a bike.
twice,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
I just think, wow, they're arresting somebody.
I
always thought it was in the back of the pickup.
But my
It-
pulse wasn't going. The one guy was going around my bike, looking
yeah,
at
yeah,
everything, and the other guy was, you know, talking to me, and then the guy that was in charge that was talking to me, he said, you know what, just go, and I'm up, muchas gracias, and then mi hambre,
Mi hambre.
and he's rubbing his tummy like this. I'm like, dude, listen, and when I came here, I wasn't so street smart. My wallet's not here. I was gonna give. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
My same thing on the toll highway. When I get pulled over, all my money goes in my pocket, and then I leave 500 pesos in my wallet. So when I open my wallet, it looks like that's all the money I've got.
Yeah.
So get this. I shouldn't tell this story because I'm an expat, and
Don't drop yourself in it.
I respect my country. And so I said to Mr. Hernandez, I don't know,
Yep.
whatever. They all wear name tags. And that wasn't his name, but whatever. Fernandez. And I said, I open my wallet. I go, dude, I'm not giving you 500 pesos for lunch. Can you make change?
Yeah, I remember you asking for change.
Cambio? Yo, necesito cambio.
Yeah.
Yeah, cambio?
Yeah.
I give him 500, and he gave me 2 back.
He give you 2 back.
And I got to buy
tell
my
you
2
what.
favorite human beings on the planet that day lunch,
Yeah.
and they deserved it.
Yeah.
Every fucking, like, I would have
yeah,
rather
yeah,
had gone
yeah.
to lunch with them and eaten where they were going to spend the money. Maybe they went and did a couple shots. I don't
Yeah.
care. But
if they're
and then he
hambre-
was so grateful.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, muchas gracias. I was like, muchas gracias. No,
Yeah,
muchas gracias, pero, you know.
yeah.
Thank-
But everybody's
thank
happy.
you.
So everybody, it works out for everybody. You're not too...
Dirty cops.
Well,
oh, no. Dirty
no,
cops.
but
He
no,
already let me go,
not as
and
bad
I
as
bought him
in
lunch.
England, in England, when I was growing up in England, all the kids was having tattoos. A, C, A, B. Do you know what that means?
Yeah, all cops are bastards.
Yeah.
Fuck that noise.
The coppers back home in England, gobshites.
Yeah?
Yeah. I have...
Well, they don't have guns, though.
No, they don't have guns, no. They just have... They have a title that makes them think they are better than everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really find... All my interactions with cops back in North America and my home country and even my hometown, like, I got a rough ride here and there, but, you know, it was far and few between. Like, I mean...
I'll tell you about coppers back in England in the 70s when I was a kid. So you got a pedal bike, you know, a kiddie's bike, and it's dangerous on the roads, and your friends are on the pavement. So you bump up the curb and you arrive on the pavement sidewalk with your friends, and the police stop you. They stop you saying it's illegal to ride a pedal bike on the sidewalk. And now, where do they put the cycle lanes? They put them on the fucking sidewalk. So we was correct all the time. We was correct and they was wrong. But they like to do a little bit of paperwork. Yeah, they used to pull somebody up at 8 p.m. because they went off duty at 10 p.m. Yeah, so 8 p.m. they could go back to the police station, do it 1 hour's worth of paperwork, and then they say, oh, it's too late to go back out on duty now, we'll just stay here drinking tea until we're finished. Horrible people. Yeah, they really was. And that's being pleasant, because really I think they're fucking gobshites.
I'm still picking up your mic, even though you walked to the kitchen. Dave has left the booth, what we used to call the booth. Let's see if I can go. Oh, we got Jesse Waters
I'm just
here.
pouring some light refreshment.
Wow, remind me not to let you go. I'll turn your mic down if you happen to go to the boys' room like I just did. As you breeze
Where's
on
the
my
cola?
mic. Cola's in the fridge.
Oh, fridge, yeah.
Where's my... Can I get Cam Live? Oh, no, Cam Live. Oh, I don't have just my display. Oh, my God, he's just breathing up my podcast here like crazy. There we can go. I was trying to look at just the one shot for me. I'll have to make a new one. What's that? What'd you say?
You said you one shot. What do you mean one shot?
Well, I was just while you were away, I was going to put like just my picture up, but I don't have a scene for that. Fucking mouth breathing. Blimey. I don't know why. Joe Biden just said, "Don't inject bleach," and don't vote for the guy who said to inject bleach. He didn't say that. Like, this is what I can't stand about politics, man. The guy didn't say inject bleach.
No,
He didn't say drink bleach.
It was more like you need disinfecting.
Yeah, like he was talking
like
about
irrigation. It wasn't saying inject disinfectant. It was saying you need some sort of. It's like an antibiotic, you know. It's to flush your system, isn't it?
Fucking guy,
Isn't it?
So you came down and you stayed here for 8 months, and then, well, I wonder how long you were here. I got here in October 22nd. Yesterday was 2.5 years for me.
I was November.
Okay.
Because I went to,
You left in November?
No, a couple of friends. We went. We do.
You landed in November.
Yeah, we go to a festival in Benidorm, Spain, in November, and they were saying to me, because we go every year, we've been for like 10 years. They said you can't go travelling unless you do this November trip. You can't just leave us. So I went to Spain, Benidorm, and when they was flying back, I flew into Madrid and then out of Madrid into Santo Domingo. So I started my travels, you know, after a week away with some friends. And yeah, that was the start of my retirement. And I've not got bored. I don't want to go and sit at the front of a train again.
Dial this microphone back. Fix it. Figure it out for next time.
Why is it? Is it not too good? This.
No, it's okay. I was just gonna find my raise it a little higher. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you think it's okay
Yeah, that's good now.
if I just breathe
Maybe
through my
it's
leg?
because it's. No. I think that might do it.
Yeah. Up a bit, down a bit, up a bit, right a bit, left a bit.
I can't. It's not blowing now. And this is why we do this. So I'm just gonna retweet this one out because it should be live here. I can't
Is
broadcast.
that me? Look at the
I
tooth.
can't broadcast from my main channel. This
Right.
is like it used to be my secondary channel, like Jim Fannin Show used to be this.
Ah, yeah.
But I changed it because, and this is all that you'll see is only live shows on this channel. Like
All right.
where's all my live videos?
So, I can tell people to click on a link and, like, my friends can see this.
Yeah, you can shoot it to them right now
Yeah,
on
'cause
Facebook. You could share it and say, "Listen, I'm live right now." If you get
No, it's late. It's late.
oh, what
It's
time
like
is it?
midnight back in England, so
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's 1:09.
Yeah.
And in,
Oh, they'll see you in the morning.
and in Thailand, it'd be like, it's 8 p.m. now, it'd be like 7 a.m. in Thailand.
So you could be breakfast for your friends back in Thailand. All right. What's somebody saying? Trump won 2020 election on Twitch. Said hi. I agree. Trump did win the 2020 election, but he's going to lose again in 2024 unless he figures out how to slam those mail-in ballots into the system so that you wake up in the morning and the other guy that didn't win the election is president. Did you grab anything to eat yet? And we still haven't had pizza. Are we going for food tonight or what?
Well, I had from Colmado, I've eaten the box that they give me. I've eaten twice with that.
Yeah,
I had it just
3
before I
pieces
came out.
of
You know, the
fried
second
chicken.
half.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
the rice and pork chop and salad.
Uh-huh.
I only had half of it at dinner time. After I'd been to the gym.
How much it cost you to join the gym?
How much to join?
Yeah.
1,500 for 1 month. For I think it's a full month actually. Or is it just 28 days? I don't know. Maybe 28 days, 4 weeks.
So 25 American dollars, basically.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's 1,500. Is that 25? No.
Well, I usually make 1,500. I double it. It's $30.
30,
But it's
yeah.
not actually. I think 1,000 pesos is like
Ah,
$17.
yeah, because I was thinking less than £25 for me, or around about £25. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's okay.
Actually, for me, it's
what's the gym called? That's the one above the casino where you can, when you're on the treadmill, you can
Ooh.
see the ocean.
I'll just Google it. It is a nice gym. Actually, I think there's only 2 gyms in Sosua. The other one's like down this end. It's funny actually. When I was looking for it, the first time I came, and I got to the casino, I thought, this is not where I was meant to be. You know,
Right.
you don't realise. You see the casino, and then it's up 2 flights of stairs.
Yeah. They got a convention center there too. They had a good boxing match there a month ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they're coming June 8th. They're going to do another one. I'm going to broadcast it live. I might even be the English ring announcer from my seat. I'm not sure exactly, but my friend Blade has the contact. I met with the local promoter, and he's got a fight manager that makes the cards and everything, and he's just like a local promoter. And well, he's from New York City. He's actually he's a cop. He was a New York City cop, an NYC policeman, Dominican born, but grew up in NYC.
Oh yeah.
And he's back here doing boxing events. So I'm going to broadcast it live and do some commentary, even though I won't know I know boxing a little bit, but I won't know any of the fighters. But the guy that does the music, DJ Blade, is going to, he does the music in between rounds, like when, yeah, in between rounds and in between fights, he does the DJing. So he'll sit with me during the fight and do a little translation and some commentary. So get rid of the fraudulent ballots. Twitch doesn't usually chime in with the comments, so that's cool.
Okay, it was Coral Reef Casino.
Definitely.
I can't find the name of the gym.
Yeah.
It didn't come up on the... It was very busy today, actually. Like, they had maybe a Zumba class or something.
Right.
Well,
and for a guy like you, and should be for a guy like me, at least you get out of the house and see people.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're not talking to them, at least you're...
Yeah, you give a nod and a smile, and maybe somewhere down the line, you'll see them somewhere else. You know, like whether it's expats or Dominicans, you know?
Yeah.
You say, oh, I see you in the gym sometimes. You know, then you got a little bit of something in common, haven't you?
I was always kind of mildly amused by... Let's say you went to high school with a guy for 4 years, and you never spoke to the guy at all.
Yeah.
Right? He wasn't in your, you never gave him the time of day. He wasn't in your clique, and and then you see him in Italy.
Yeah.
Your best friend.
Oh,
I know you.
Yeah, you're from such and such.
Yeah, I spent 4 years in high school with you, and you never fucking even looked my way. But now, we're 100 miles from home, or 1,000 miles, either Florida or whatever, the beach, 20 minutes away. You're like, hey, oh yeah, I know you. Yeah,
I found this when I became single, that the girls that you saw that was very pretty, when you're 18, 20, 25, who never looked at you twice, and then when you become single and like the undercarriages dropped a little bit, all of a sudden they want to talk to you. Like, where have you been for the last 20 years? Like, you never wanted to know me.
Yeah, when you were
before.
hot, you wouldn't even look at me.
Yeah.
And when I really
now
needed...
you've had a couple of kids and your ass is spread out a bit.
When I needed, when it was bad for my health to hold my sexuality down as a 15, 16-year-old, when I really needed to get loose...
When I was walking around with a permanent hard on.
Yeah, you wouldn't give me the time of day. Now you're fat and I can't get it up. I love how you said to Clara, she's propositioning my friend and saying, I could make a massager really good, and she was doing something between his legs, and he translates.
I said, it doesn't wake up.
He doesn't wake up.
That was it. He doesn't wake up. But she said, I make him wake up.
She could make him wake up. I am fucking absolutely positive of that. But wow. Yeah, that was fun. And I haven't been to the beach in a long time.
Don't you? Just do everything with a smile on your face. No. Don't take offense at anything.
No, nobody gets offended down here. But you know what? Well, I shouldn't say that. Back home, kids were little monkeys. They're not little monkeys here. Okay? Poco mono? Poco mono!
Oh.
If you call a kid a little monkey here?
Is that...
No.
Yeah, you can't
no
do
bueno.
that.
No bueno.
So like you can't,
it's not recommended.
Not like cheeky monkey. Anything.
Nah, well, I say cheeky monkey because it's an SNL skit. You cheeky monkey. It's Mike Myers. Isn't he Canadian? I think he is Canadian, Mike Myers.
Okay.
You cheeky monkey, you bum looker. Are you looking at my bum? Simon do drawings. It's one of my favorite skits. And I said it to a girl I was hanging out one time. I go, you fucking cheeky monkey. Monkey?
Oh, yeah.
Monkey. Monkey. No.
No, the monkey.
No, it must be it must be how you tell somebody. Like in my country, like when the fists start flying, the first thing out of my mouth is faggot. Always.
Yeah.
Because it's the worst thing I can call another man if I'm... Yeah, I don't know why it's there, but ever since I was a kid, it's always been that way.
The funny thing is...
It doesn't mean you're gay.
No.
It means you're a fucking...
It's... But it's like...
And the same thing with monkey. Yeah, you cheeky monkey. Monkey! Monkey!
Who you calling a monkey?
Mono. Poco mono. Mono grande. So... It's a little bit of a culture shock, but I love it. But for the most part, it's like the 70s. Nobody gets pissed off about
Yeah.
anything. And negro means black. And, it's
Because
like I made a joke the other day.
and-
I've switched to black coffee because I want to order negro. You can't even say negro
Coffee
in North
negro.
America.
Yeah.
Negro's offensive now. You know what I mean? And there are some guys that are getting away with it that haven't lost their humor, that use racist. They're not racist slurs. They're just ways to.
But sometimes it's part of the joke to use a different word
Yeah.
to make the joke
I don't
even
know.
funnier.
But here, it's like I said, it feels like the 70s. The government stays out of your life. You're not paranoid about, having too many drinks and driving. If the cops pull you over, you're not worried. Your
let me
pulse
tell you
doesn't go
this
through the
one.
roof.
In England, don't drink and drive. Big advertisements, don't drink and drive. So they say, actually, you could have 2 pints and you should be under the limit. But someone like me who's a bit lightweight, 2 pints could put me over the limit, on a breathalyzer or a blood test. But I've seen advertisements from the 70s, and it's like there's 5 pints lined up, and it said, "Do not have that 6th pint and drive your
It's
car."
the good old
It's like-
days.
so even back then, they've given you 2.5 times more leniency. In the 70s, saying because it was where I live, it was a lot of manual work down in the coal mines, in the cotton mills. Even a steam train driver, you had to shovel a coal, so it was a physical job. So they was allowed to have a drink because it went through the system a bit quicker, and maybe as work got easier, it only takes 2 pints to get you drunk instead of 5. But the advert said, "Do not have that 6th pint," if you're driving home. And all these people, like the old guys, my dad or something, they would live by that, wouldn't they? No, I'm okay with 5 pints, no problem. But now it's down to 2, and they want it even less. They want like a 0 tolerance, don't they?
It's strange because I consider myself like completely self-aware and whatnot as far as what's going on in my body or whatever. But you start to see patterns, right? And I remember I was about 45. My mother was already gone. She's been gone 13 years, so 10 years ago. So yeah, I'm 45. I have 2 beer. I leave Fawn Hill, and I'm going the back roads from Fenwick, and there was a T that was offset. So one of the roads was over here, and one of the
staggered
road here.
T junction.
Yeah. And I had shot that a few times, and it's a kind of like there's no one out there. And you could see for miles. If there's a tractor coming or a car, you could, it's not a blind intersection, right? And I had 2 beer. I turned off the traction control. I got a 535 BMW. It was a nice car. It wasn't an M series. It wasn't souped up or anything, but it was a nice car. I drove the wheels off that car. Traction control off. I'm feeling it. It's got it's an automatic, but you can flip it over and smash it. It's got like the tectonic control.
You can play with it.
Tectonic control, yeah. Traction control off, so the wheels go to posi and break loose. Otherwise, traction control keeps the wheels from spinning, right? Gear down, punch it, go to shoot the gap, and I quickly realized my snow tires were on.
Hey.
And
you've just accelerated.
I'm punching it, geared down with the traction control off, slide through the intersection, back this way. I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. And then I went sideways along the ditch, like this, and mud flying, grass everywhere, just.
Wow.
And I got out of the car, and I called my girl, and I go, here's my location. You got to come get me. I had 2 beer, and I was panicked.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. And then 2 beer, and I'm thinking, now I drink rum and cokes. they don't make me get in the car and want to drive the wheels off it for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah.
I have 2 beer, I could have 2 dubs. That doesn't make me want to drive the wheels off my car. But even the difference between beer and booze, I don't know. There's something I just
You
want
mean
to. I have
beer
2
and
beer, I get
rum?
in my car, I want to fucking drive it. Now, after I started driving an SUV, I didn't care about driving it because it's not a performance vehicle, but it's like, I want to have some fun, And anyways, we called CAA. They took my ass out of there, and the CAA came and towed my car back, and I was out. But seriously, only 2 beer. And I consider myself lucky to get out of there because you never know what's going to happen with the breathalyzer or whatever.
With alcohol, it's different drinks have different effects on people. We have a drink called bitter in England. It's a brewed beer. Lager is very popular now, but back in the time it was bitter. But they used to say people thought, like probably teenagers first drinking, that bitter could cause fights. A glass of wine, you sit down and relax. A rum and coke, you start dancing. This stuff goes straight to my legs, like I get the rhythm.
Dude, I have not seen any evidence of rhythm in that body. We just watched the video.
That was rhythm.
Oh.
That is my version of rhythm.
Wow. No wonder the girls love to dance with you, because the other girls are sitting there with their mouth agape, pointing and laughing.
They enjoyed it when I was giving them lap dances. Do you remember that?
No.
Oh, you wasn't there then. Yeah, in Rancho Tipico. Is the guy who owns it? Is it Glenn?
Oh no, Glenn's the bartender.
No, not Glenn.
The American guy. He's
the American guy. When I went
There's a bunch of owners.
When I went in next time, he's high-fiving me, saying, "Wow, you was."
Oh, yeah. Seriously?
Yeah, he says you were doing moves last night I've never even seen before. He said at one time you had 4 of them dancing with you, and then you started
You're
giving
good
up.
for business.
Yeah, they kept trying to sit you down, but you kept standing back up. He said, and then you sat them down and give them lap dances. I was doing the lap dancing.
You're good for business, no doubt.
Yeah.
Have you been back? Have you been back to Rancho Tipico?
No, I've not had a chance yet. With
maybe we should hit it tonight.
Sleeping too much.
What night is it tonight? Tuesday?
Yeah, I might go in on Thursday because.
That's another good thing about living in the tropics. You never know what day it is.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Every day is like
Saturday.
Friday and Saturday.
Saturday.
Or
Every
bank
day.
holiday Monday. Yeah.
I told.
There's no work
was
tomorrow.
I saying? Yeah, exactly. Was I saying to you or someone else the other day? I said no. Every day is Saturday. I said good thing every day is not Sunday because you get a lot done on Saturday. Sunday nothing gets done.
Yeah.
I've been watching sports and cooking and cleaning. Well, Saturday I clean
Sunday's
too. But
always been a quiet.
Saturday gets things get done, and Mondays I like to get stuff done. And when my barber's closed on Mondays or my favorite restaurant's closed on Monday, I'm like, why are you closed on the day of the week after the weekend when I want to buy the pizza or I want to get the haircut? It's maintenance day on Monday. I want to get shit done. It's the first day of the week.
Yeah, I need to start things or leave it till Saturday, and you can't leave it till Saturday, can you?
These podcasts are exhausted. What up, Pure Blood? Timmy Turnip is in from, where are you at, bro? Are you in Welland or Niagara Falls or somewhere in Niagara? You're on YouTube. Swish. What up, yo? What else am I grooving to?
Oh, what's going on the telly there? He's elbowing people.
Hang on.
The copper.
TV
Looked like he was sticking his elbow into people.
What's going on here?
He's being hit with a plastic bottle and he wants to stick his elbow in somebody's face.
Do I have TV audio here? Yeah.
Women falling in love with Hamas.
Well, they're putting it on really.
Dr. Chloe Carmichael's a clinical psychologist and a Columbia grad. She joins me now. So, doctor, why do we see such a strong ratio of women to men in these pro-Hamas protests?
I don't know, Jesse. That baffles me just as much as Queers for Palestine.
Yeah.
But as a clinical psychologist, I can say that women are higher on nurturance, agreeableness, and trust. And so I
Strong
can
and
only
firm,
speculate that
thick
women
and
also
tender.
do spend more time on social
Northern
media.
UK
And so they are
softies.
easily more influenced by social media, which we know does lean left. And if somehow they've got the idea through all this social media and kind of an agreeable.
I'll show you my playlist here if you want to head over to Spotify. Can you see my liked songs on Spotify? I'm not sure if you can do this, but this is my playlist. Look for Jim Fannin Show on Spotify.
You can you can make a playlist and
I know I can
send it to people.
Yeah, definitely. I have those.
Other people can follow your playlist.
Yes. Fuck. Thank God we had Dave on the show today. Tell us what we already know. Yes, you can save a playlist. Cheeky bastard. Okay, here we go. Then we get both of us here. I don't know how to do it on my desktop. How do you go to play? Where do you find your playlist? The like songs, your episode, Latino.
Or you can create playlist.
Dominican Beats. This is the one you want here. Beats Dominican 2223. And it's if you've seen the show before, you already know what's on here. But
Yeah, but me and you heard a lot of this music from Rancho Tipico, didn't we?
well, no, not this playlist.
Not
but
that
I have a
playlist.
Latina playlist here.
I remember you coming in one time because
Rica.
it wasn't your place to go, was it? You only came there because I was down there.
Why is it
and
not playing? I got it turned up. What's up? Did I do something? I don't know. Connect to a device, play, speaker. Where's my volume? Huh. I don't know what's going on here. Now playing view. All right, well, we can't play any music. I was just playing it a minute ago. It was fine. Not a minute ago, but I'll try and figure it out. Anyways, we should get out of here. Dave's link in Fakebook is in the show description. I promise that the next time we come in, we'll get that mic fixed so you're not listening to my heavy breather boy. For those that are auditorily, what do you say? Yeah, sensitive to
Heavy breathers. If I'm giving you nightmares, I'm sorry.
uncomfortable sound effects and modulation and just, whatever. I'm sorry. Oh, what? Oh, I got the wrong aspect here. Oh, I'm just not showing at the same time. All right, and that's it, man. Give us a sales pitch for why anyone should come to the DR now that you're here, and maybe you want to give a sales pitch for the last location you came from. Maybe just give us the pros and cons for both countries. What you think is up with that?
For now, the Thailand is getting too hot. It's very extreme, very humid. 36 degrees, feeling like 40. The sun is blazing, similar to over here, but
40
degrees.
40, 45.
You're
40,
going like more than 100 degrees Fahrenheit, I think.
40, 45, 40,
And then
45.
But the food is cheap, the travel is cheap. You can travel the country for next to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which I prefer. 50-50, maybe 45-55. Now I've come back here, I'm glad to be here. But every time I land somewhere, I'm happy to land somewhere until I get bored and then it's time to move on again.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I don't know. I did 8 months last time and I remember Ken laughing at me. I told him one day in the bar, I said, I booked a flight back to England. And he just laughed and said, why are you going back to England? You won't like it when you get there.
It's funny you
and
say
it was
that.
true.
A buddy of mine, Mike Blocker, who's back in town now. He's been taking some jobs in the States. He does a bunch of things. He's a talented kid. And he went to, I think he's from Georgia. But I think the first place he went back to after I got to know him here, he went to Georgia, Atlanta. And he said, Jimmy, just want to tell you, go home soon. I'm like, why? He says, because you need to be reminded of how much you hate this place.
Yeah, you need to remind yourself.
Like, I'm coming
why
back
you
to
don't wanna be
Dominican
there.
Republic with a whole new resolve to never leave again because I'm back in the States and it sucks.
Yeah.
And that he didn't say that. You know, I shouldn't out my
See,
friends, but
I
that's
can-
kind of what I heard.
I understand the snowbirds when they come here for 6 months and they go back for 6 months because they've still got their roots back in Canada or America or England or wherever. But really, you should think about number one, what's good for you, not what's good for everybody else. You know, I have family, but I would rather they came over here and visited me than me go over there and visit them.
Agreed.
Yeah.
And you're going to experience seasons pretty soon, though.
Yes, I'm gonna travel back for summer and autumn, and as soon as winter shows its ugly face, I'm gone.
Going to Thailand again?
Well,
or maybe
I-
come back here? Haven't decided yet.
There's no real plans, but something.
Maybe the Philippines.
Yeah, Philippines. That's on
That's my dream.
That's on my list as
trip.
well, Philippines. And yeah, I left some money in a bank account in Thailand, so I might as well go back and spend that money. It'd be like a free holiday, you know.
Oh, okay.
I'll take the money out of the bank, go over to the Philippines, but maybe at the same time get another 12-month visa. Like I've spoke to you about, maybe splitting my time. It's a long distance between these two countries.
Mm-hmm. How long's the flight?
3 flights. So,
Shit.
yeah, so it was like a 7.5-hour flight into United Arab Emirates, a 2-hour layover, then another 7-hour flight into Madrid. I stayed there overnight. Then this was an 8.5-hour flight to get here, plus another 4.5 hours on a coach or a bus to get up north. So I started travelling on Tuesday night, and I got here on a Friday evening.
Wow.
Yeah, I spent one night in a hotel in Madrid, one night in a hotel Santo Domingo, and the rest of it's just been travelling in the airports.
Hmm.
Yeah, a long time, and the time difference is 11 hours,
And
and that
how
took
many
it.
time zones?
Who knows?
20.
Yeah.
Oh, no, 11. Is it every time zone an hour or no?
No. Apparently, there's a lot more time. Is it not 30 minutes? There's a lot
30,
more.
yeah?
There's a lot more time zones than we realised.
Oh, really?
You should Google it because I think it was on a. I think it was when I was in.
Well, it's 3 or 4.
When I was
is
on
it-
in Koh Samui, we had a quiz night on Tuesday night.
Yeah, I should know this.
And it was
How
one
many
of the
time zones in
questions.
Canada?
I'm going to Google that now.
Atlantic.
There's more than you realise.
I'm
Really?
going to guess 5. Oh, I'm
Man.
such an idiot.
Oh,
This is real good radio. Good TV. Time. Somebody's sitting there going, "You're an idiot." There's
so-
6. Newfoundland, Atlantic, Central.
oh, it just says 24 time zones
Oh no,
here.
there's not Central daytime.
I thought it was more than 1 an hour.
There's 24 time
Oh
zones.
no, then.
That doesn't make
each
sense.
15 degrees. Yeah, of course it does.
Eastern Daylight Time.
UTC +1 to +12, and UTC.
Newfoundland,
Oh, which,
Atlantic, Central Daylight Time, Winnipeg, and Central Standard Time. Oh yeah, Winnipeg doesn't. They don't fall back. Is that it? Mountain Daylight Time is the same as Central Standard. I'm confused.
we use Greenwich Mean
Why are
Time,
there
British
6
Summer
time zones in Canada? Why did I think there was 5? There's 6 time zones across Canada covering 4.5 hours. From west to east, these time zones are Pacific, Mountain, Central, Eastern, Atlantic, and Newfoundland. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I thought it was 5.
Yeah, but they're not like 1 hour each, are they?
No. I don't know. Are they?
It told you there wasn't.
6 time zones and covering 4.5 hours.
Yeah.
So they're not exactly divided in. Whatever. Who cares? I do know one thing: that the next government that promises to do away with daylight savings time will be elected. I joke, but I don't joke. Stupid. Why jump back and forward?
Yeah,
man?
why mess about with your body
Fuck it,
clock?
No. Just
Just
leave
leave it,
Stop
yeah.
it. It's not, especially the sun going down at 4:30 in Canada, and on December 22nd, the sun's going down at 4:30 in my country. What the
Yeah.
no. Give me 5:30. At least I'm home for half an hour with some sort of
Yeah.
daylight.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm home at 5 o'clock from my job.
Even
dark.
going to school, you know,
Too
you go
depressing.
to school in the dark and you come home
No.
and it's going dark again.
No.
It's miserable.
No, we don't like it. Okay, here's where you find Dave Gunning. I put his Facebook contact in the show description, but he will not add you if he doesn't know you. But if you send him a message and say, hey, I saw you on the Jim Fannin show, there's at least, there's no one watching. So it doesn't matter. No one's,
No one's interested.
actually, no, there's 20 now. There's 20 viewers on it says 11 channels broadcasting right now on 5 or 6 platforms where we're on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, DLive, and Twitch. So 6 platforms at least broadcasting. Twitch even got in the comments section. But my bladder's full, and I think this was a good introduction. Maybe the next time, and this went like, there's program free. I never come with like questions or, maybe we should do a bit sometime, a little theater.
some background
we're going to
and-
talk about this. You're going to say, but
Yeah,
that's
questions
never
and
the way.
answers. No, it's not an interview, is it?
No,
Yeah.
that's not the way
There
my
is
show goes.
There is no right answers. It's whatever goes on up here
But
comes out of
normally,
here.
I've got Thursday, I got Mr. Freedom, Josh Bigger, you're on the clock. I think you're up this week, right? And then next week, I have, oh shit, I can't look at my phone. I should be able to pull up the calendar if I can do this quickly. I'm not good on the fly, Davey. When the record light is on, I forget everything.
Oh yeah.
Let's
Yeah,
hope.
all the plans go out the window.
Labor Day, nobody's coming up on my calendar. I'm in Dominican Republic calendar. Okay, maybe this will do it. Un momento. Josh Bigger. Josh Denny I got coming up in a couple weeks too. Who have I got this week? Had Marty from up north last week. Thursday, nothing in my calendar. I saved these in my calendar. How come they're not here? All right. Josh Bigger next week. Fuck, I can't remember my schedule. I got Jim Fannin shows for the next 3 or 4 weeks. Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. I won't have a heavy breather. I can't even do
No
it.
more heavy breathing.
Fuck. That's my fault. We'll fix the audio problems next time. Maybe we'll come back drunk in a couple hours and you can watch some more of that. Anyways, peace.
Okay.
Love.
Make it
Hug your
very
neighbor.
lively.
Check out the Jim Fannin show Thursday nights, 7 p.m. EST. I think Josh Beggar's next week. Just but the Thursday before, what's the holiday in the States? In May. The Thursday before that, I got Josh Denny on. He's a comedian in the States. And Rob Primo is the week after. So I have Josh Bigger, who's Lord Freedom, this Thursday, Rob Primo the next Thursday, and then I got Josh Denny the weekend before whatever the holiday is in May in the States. All right? Peace, love, hug your neighbor. And I am out. I wish I could leave you, go out with some music, but I haven't figured
If I
out.
don't say this soon, I'll say this through window.
Huh? What's that?
If I don't see you soon, I'll see you through the window.
If I don't see you in the mattress, I'll see you in the spring.
Say this soon.
Peace out. We're out of here. Fuck this noise. Stop recording.